Hello and welcome in this video of the ratio and proportion. In the last video we studied about the proportion. Now in this video we are going to discuss about the laws or the basic properties of the proportion. Now in this video we will discuss about the 5 important laws of the proportion. So the first one is called the invertendo. What is the meaning of invertendo? So invertendo we are going to discuss about the 4 different terms, that is the invertendo, alterendo, the componendo, the dividendo and the componendo dividendo. So these are the 5 important terms that we are going to discuss in this video. So these all terms are the Latin terms. These are not the English terms. So let's know about, and that is why it will pronounce a unique invertendo, dividendo, alterendo. These are the Latin terms, and that is why it is different from the English. So what is invertendo? Invertendo means suppose A by B is in proportion or equal to C by D. C by D, it is another one, sorry. Suppose A by B equal to C by D. Now we can also write it as B by A equal to D by C. This is called the laws of invertendo. Now these antecedent and the consequent. So the antecedent became the consequent and the consequent became the antecedent. So we can write it in this manner also. The values of A, B, C, D will remain the same. Although these two are transversed, but these two terms are exchanged. Antecedent became consequent and the consequent became the antecedent. But the values will remain same because here also the B and C can be multiplied, it will remain the same. The BC here also it is becoming multiplied, and A and D are also getting multiplied. So the values will remain the same and it is called the invertendo. This would be the first law. Now let's see the second law. Second law is alternando. What is alternando? Suppose if A by B equal to C by D. Now according to the law of alternando, A by C equal to B by D. So these two terms we have exchanged. Although we have exchanged the two terms, but the values remain the same. The similar values will remain. So it is called the law of the alternando. Now let's talk about the componendo. Now what is componendo? According to the rule of the componendo, if A by B is in proportion with C by D. Suppose A by D is in proportion with B by C. So according to the law of the componendo, if we write as A plus B by B equal to C plus D by D, the value will also remain the same. The similar kind of value would be there. How? Let's explain. I will explain you. Now if you already know that A by B, if we add something in both the sides of the ratio, the ratio will remain the same. So plus 1, suppose we add plus 1, and here also C by D we add plus 1. So according to the rule of the ratio, it will remain the same. So if we solve this equation, then the answer would be A plus B divided by A, B, and C plus D by D. So if we add 1 in both the sides of the ratio, it will become this A plus B by B and C plus D by D. So the value will remain the same, and this will be called the componendo. By using these principles, we can solve many questions very easily. So let's move to the dividendo. Now in the earlier one we have added 1, but here we will subtract 1. So now, according to the rule of the dividendo, if a by b equal to c by d, according to the rule of the dividendo, a minus b by b equal to c minus d by d. This value will also remain the same, because here we are subtracting a. So, we are subtracting 1. So a by b minus 1 would be equal to c by d minus 1. So if we solve this, we will get as a minus b by b equal to c minus d by d. So this is called the law of dividendo. I hope you have understood this. Now let's come to the most frequently asked question in the examination, that is the componendo and the dividendo. Now according to the rule of the componendo and the dividendo, it is telling if a by b is equal to c by d then a plus b by a minus b equal to c plus d by c minus d. This would be equal. Now a by b equal to c by d is equal to a plus b, a minus b, a plus b by a minus b, and c plus d by c minus d. Now how it came? By dividing the both componendo and the dividendo. Now suppose if we divide a plus b, the componendo, it is a componendo, you can remember it, equal to c plus d by d. If we divide it together, a minus b, then b equal to c minus d by d. This d and d would be cancelled, this b and b would also be cancelled. Then what will come? A plus b by a minus b equal to c plus d by c minus d. So this is called the rule of the componendo and the dividendo. So according to this rule, we can solve many questions following this rule. Now you can apply the componendo and the dividendo only when some of the values are given in the LHS and some of the values are given in the RHS. Only then you can follow this rule. So by following this rule, we can solve many of the questions of the ratio and proportion very easily. Now in the examination, majority of the question or all the questions of the ratio and proportion will be asked on this principle, componendo and the dividendo. So let's solve some of the questions of the ratio and proportion following these 5 principles.